Welcome back. Up now, we have Forum Daily's cryptocurrency and digital asset update. We're joined by Catherine Murray, host of the Buck Stops Here. All yours, Catherine.
Thanks, Nima. Hello, everyone, and welcome to your crypto and digital asset update. I am Catherine Murray. Well, the top 10 cryptocurrencies are, in fact, trading higher to the tune of anywhere from 3 to 8%. The total market cap now back to $1 trillion. We've actually seen some nice stabilization within the cryptocurrencies over the past couple of trading days, alongside some stability in the North American equity markets. Bitcoin, in fact, is up by about 11% week over week. Number of headlines to mention for sure. We did see Tesla report their most recent quarterly results this week. They interestingly announced that they have sold 75% of their $1.5 billion Bitcoin position. It seems as though this is somewhat of a departure from what we've heard from the company only 1 quarter ago, when the company said that they were committed to liquid alternatives to cash. So we did see a bit of a pullback in Bitcoin to the tune of about 2% on this news the other morning, but it still is up by 18% over the past 7 trading days. Also, interestingly, in terms of who's getting involved in this space, a very influential billionaire hedge fund manager, Alan Brevin of Brevin Howard out of Europe, is a $23 billion macro fund. Apparently, he has been quite a bit of a major force and player within the crypto venture space in Europe as well as the US. That's according to the FT. He's made about 43 investments and actually started to first invest over 5 years ago and continues to invest despite all of the volatility. Interestingly as well, auction house Christie's has launched a VC fund for art technology startups focused on NFTs. It will be an in-house investment firm called Christie's Ventures, and the aim apparently of the new company is to really advance Christie's activities in the presentation, education, and sales of fine art and luxury goods, and really focused as well on art-related financial products. This seems to be the interest to use technology that enables the consumption of art. In other words, if you use blockchain, perhaps the sales process is more secure and seamless, and perhaps even lower costs. We'll see. Away from that, in other news as well, and also importantly on the blockchain application front, which is what we're talking about as it relates to Christie's auction house, the UK is going to be exploring blockchain-based government bonds, according to the Chancellor. And they're really working to try to understand what this would look like and how it would be applied. Perhaps one of the reasons to do this is because issuing bonds via blockchain is looked at as a way to speed up the process and also reduce the costs. Interestingly, this isn't the first time we've seen this. We've seen it through Thailand as well as the Philippines. But the UK would in fact be the first among the G20, or even more so the G7, we should mention. So perhaps some significance there. Very important here as well in terms of the regulations and news we've heard this week. The SEC has actually charged a former Coinbase employee and 2 other individuals of insider trading. This would actually be the first time that the SEC has identified coins as securities. Of course, they oversee securities. So interesting move there. We'll see what comes of it. The agency, the SEC that has, said that the 3 individuals coordinated to allegedly purchase a number of coins and then sold the coins when it was announced that these coins would be listed on the exchange. Coinbase is traded on the NASDAQ. The ticker there is COIN. And they did disagree with the SEC findings. So we'll continue to watch that story pretty closely. Also, of course, we've heard over the past couple of weeks, Three Arrows Capital has claimed bankruptcy. The founders have discussed the bankruptcy in a Bloomberg interview, but apparently are keeping a low profile as they go through this liquidation process. And lastly, as you know, we've seen a lot of volatility in cryptocurrencies. As I said at the top of the conversation today, it seems though we're finding a little bit of stability. Well, Citi Research also thinks that maybe there's going to be a little bit of stability, saying that the crypto contagion fears have likely reached a peak. Nima, I'll leave it there. Back to you.
Thanks for that, Catherine. For more coverage of the markets and the world of finance, be sure to follow Catherine Murray on The Buck Stops Here. It airs on Sundays at 9 a.m. Eastern right here on the News Forum Network. All right, stay with us. We've got news from around the world up next. Ukraine and Russia sign a grain export deal. More details emerge about the January 6th attack in the U.S. Capitol. And Sri Lanka's president orders the army to clear away protesters. More on these stories and more news from around the world up next.